everybody. Today I will be reading a little golden book, Minions. Adapted by Rachel Chabowski, based on the film Minions, and illustrated by Alan Baston. Minions have been on this planet far longer than we have. They're all different, and they've changed over time, but they've always shared the same goal: to serve the most despicable master they can find. Making their master happy was the minions' only reason for existence. Finding a boss was easy. Keeping a boss, that was a bit harder. But the minions never gave up. And then one day, they found humans. This put them front and center for some of civilization's most historic moments. As the years passed, the minions bounced from one evil boss to another, never finding a perfect fit. After so many misfortunes, followed by too much time on their own, the minions knew they needed a purpose, a villain to serve. A minion named Kevin had an idea. He would set out to find the biggest, baddest villain, but he needed help. Ukulele playing Stuart and little lovable Bob were the only volunteers. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob made their way to New York and saw a TV commercial for VillainCon, the biggest gathering of criminals anywhere. It was their best chance for finding a new boss. Scarlett Overkill, the world's first female supervillain, addressed the crowd at VillainCon. She invited everyone to participate in a contest to become her new henchman. All the winner had to do was steal her ruby. "Just take it from my hand and you've got the job," she said. Villains immediately flooded the stage, but they were no match for Scarlett. Just when it seemed that nobody would win, Scarlett found herself holding a teddy bear. Her ruby was gone. The teddy bear was Bob's. He had the gem. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob had won Scarlett's contest. They had a new boss. Scarlett flew the minions to her castle and gave them their first assignment: snatch the Queen's royal crown. Scarlett wanted to be the new ruler of England. Steal me the crown and all your dreams come true. Respect, power, banana? Scarlett's inventor husband, Herb, gave them cool gadgets to use for their heist. The minions stole the crown. They knew Scarlett would be very pleased. They just had to get it to her without getting caught. Then Bob pulled King Arthur's ancient sword out of its stone, which made him the new king, according to one of England's most favorite legends. Bob decided his first task as king would be to make Scarlett the queen. He wanted her to be happy, but Scarlett locked the 3 minions in a dungeon. "I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I hate you." She couldn't get over their betrayal. Meanwhile, the rest of the minions had grown tired of waiting for Kevin, Stuart, and Bob to return. They set out for England to find them. Because the minions were so small, they were able to slip out of their chains. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob escaped through the sewers and headed to Scarlett's coronation. Their plan was to apologize and be their minions again. They found a wreath to give her and even adopted a rat named Bob named Poochie. But instead of earning Scarlett's forgiveness, the three minions wrecked her coronation. This was a day Scarlett had been looking forward to her entire life. She sent all her villain guests after him. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob ran for their lives. When Kevin finally found a place to hide, he learned that Scarlett had captured Stuart and Bob. Now it was all up to Kevin. At least he knew where to gear up. He snuck into Herb's laboratory to find something to help him save his friends. After pressing a button on a strange machine, Kevin grew and grew until he was gigantic. The other minions arrived in London as Kevin rescued Stuart and Bob from Scarlett. Furious, Scarlett launched a rocket at all the minions. Kevin bravely swallowed the rocket, defeating the supervillain and saving the day. After Kevin returned to his normal size, England's real queen rewarded him. Stuart and Bob for returning her crown and defeating Scarlett Overkill. Kevin had never felt more proud. But something was missing. It was the crown. Scarlett had stolen it. The supervillain was back with a vengeance. However, Scarlett and Herb were suddenly frozen by a young scrap with a freeze ray. Kevin and the other minions were in awe. They had finally found their new boss. He was cunning. He was evil. He was perfect. He was despicable. That's the end of that story. I hope you all had fun. Goodbye.